So, hello, my dear friends. A very, very warm welcome to this new episode of Gyan Mitra Transform Your Life. And I'm really thankful to Almighty and all the ascended masters, Mahavtar Babaji, Asha Di, Vani Ji, for giving me this beautiful opportunity to share my experience and share uh, my insights in the form of book which I have written recently for the youth. And the name of this book is Metamorphosis. This is the book. We'll discuss about the book. We'll discuss about the spiritual alphabets. But before we start this, uh, the caption of Gyan Mitra, transform your life, it really attracted me really too much because that's what is the journey. That's what the purpose of each and every soul to know its true purpose. Why we all are here on this planet Earth. What is the purpose? Why we have come here? So when that quest comes in life, then the new journey, the new beginning starts for every soul, for each and every soul. So for me, it started around 10 years before. Though I had everything, I'm working. And yes, before I start, let me introduce myself, my dear friends. I'm Kavita Gupta, born and brought up in New Delhi. And post-marriage, I'm settled in Bhubaneswar, Odisha. That's the eastern part of India. And 10 years before, I felt some vacuum in my life. I was feeling as if I have everything. I'm working, I'm a business entrepreneur, I have my business and a happy family, and everything what anybody can aspire in life, I could achieve that. And that's also power of your intentions. Though I was not into meditation, but I was basically a spiritual person from a very beginning, from my childhood, I can say that. And for that, I'm really thankful to my parents and again, Almighty. So this meditation has given me many things. It has given me the purpose of my life. It has given me that awakening, that understanding when I can know myself better, when I have become a better version of myself. So I'm really thankful to Patri sir for teaching me meditation for, and that was also a very beautiful episode, how he came in my life. I've shared that, but now here to start with, I want to start with one of my poems which I have written, and the title of the poem is Eternity. So the title of my poem is Eternity. March on, sail on to the journey within, to find true love, that's self-love. Explore your utmost identity to know true self, that is self-realization. Move ahead to this most interesting, thrilling, and adventurous path, clearing all the hurdles of ignorance and darkness. Though simple, yet tough. Zeal and fearlessness will take you ahead. With determination and dedication, you will reach your destination eventually. Today or tomorrow, now or then, this life or next life. Choice is all yours. But why to wait and delay the highest goal? And the most important, how? Is this your inquiry? That is what is the most challenging challenge. You need to think, reason, surrender, chop your ego, and search the fountain of compassion within. Be light to see the luminous divine light. Ignite the passion to know yourself. Be intuitive, be imaginative, be extraordinary, be Buddha, be your truest friend is the path of eternity. So this I wrote because once I realized the purpose, the true purpose of my life. And when this thought came, though my personal CSR, I used to think, though I'm running a small company, it's not a very big corporate, but whatever I am doing as a small entrepreneur also, I also have certain social responsibilities. And to meet that, I decided to teach children. And every Sunday I take classes. From last 15 years, I've been teaching children shlokas, mantra chantings, and I tell them stories. I make them play mind power games and memory enhancing games and activities. So that's when I realized, and then I added meditation with that. I started, I think, in 2005 or 2000, yeah, 2005, 2006. That's when I started. But when 2010, when the meditation came into my life, I added meditation to my class, and I've started teaching meditation also to these young children. Then eventually, after I've been doing it from last so many years, then the thought came, why not to go to slum areas also to teach those children also. And then I started visiting those schools where slum children come, and then I teach them also meditation, and I see the results, because that's the segment where the children are not properly nourished by the parents, because parents are also not educated, and the kind of information they need is lacking. So that's how my journey started. And then one day this thought came to me, in my meditation only I realized, this way I'm only able to reach to very limited number of children, maybe 40, 50. But why not to write a book and let this insight reach to the maximum children possible. And and it was, children were also enjoying this activity. It's when I started the spiritual alphabet, this concept came to me, that I can see, when we started learning any language, when we started learning English, so we learn the alphabets first. When we know the alphabets, then we can form the words. Once we learn to form the words, we make sentences, and with sentences, then you are capable to write essays, articles, whatsoever. You can create whatever you want in your life. So the journey begins with the alphabets. And when we learned A to Z, and we learn to frame that, so in spiritual journey also, we'll start with the spiritual alphabets. Now our A is not apple. Our A can be adore, self-love. Our A can be apo dipo bhavaha. That's what I chose. I started thinking of different words with each alphabet, which is spiritual, which is awakening, which is something which can arise and awake anybody and everybody. And you can achieve the desired result whatsoever you desire in your life, maybe abundance. So that's how I started, choosing different words with different alphabets. And you can also do that. It will be very interesting as per your need, as per your journey, as per you think what is most needed for you for your growth. Like there are, I chose, first word I chose in this book. This is the book Metamorphosis, you can see again. And the first word with A I chose is Om. So why Om? Om is it's composed of three letters, A, U, and M. That's God's original name and God's most lovable and personal name. It creates, sustains, and dissolves the whole universe. Brahma, Vishnu, Mahesh. A signifies Brahma, U signifies Vishnu, that's a preserver that takes care, that sustains the entire universe. And M is Mahesh, Mahadev, that's the one who dissolves the entire universe. These three alphabets, A, U, M, forms one word, Om, and that's what. A is the Brahma, the ruler of the universe, omniscient being who's self-lustrous, and Vishnu, the preserver, who is the upholder of all the planets and this universe, the stars, the one who is the life provider, the omnipotent being. And then Maheshwar, the one who has a true knowledge, the ultimate knowledge, that is death. And that grants universal bliss. And also we know that Om is a cosmic sound. the universal music, which is always with each one of us. And once we connect with this sound of Om, we can feel those higher frequencies, those energies which are downloaded from the cosmos when we chant Om, when we listen to Om. So that's the first word with A. Second is Apo Dipo Bhavaha. I'm just trying to give a brief introduction about this book. And since I've been told to complete the entire, all the 26 alphabets, so I'll just try to justify each and every alphabet. And from A, I chose 4-5 words, and I realized I cannot take more than 2 words in each alphabet because the book will become too lengthy. And here we have the time, so I'm just trying to take as many words as possible. And I also highly recommend you to take this book. It's available on Kindle, and it's also available on Flipkart. You can just check Metamorphosis, Transformation of Self. So it matches with the Gyan Mitra's caption also, Transform Your Life. It's transformation of self. Here there's a butterfly. This word metamorphosis also came in my meditation experience when I saw many butterflies, and I realized, yes, this is a transformation. A small ugly caterpillar never realized one day it's going to become such wonderful, beautiful flying creature. And that's how even each one of us has that infinite potential within ourselves, that we can transform ourselves, and we can go to those higher frequencies to match with the highest frequencies of those higher realms where the divine exists, where the ascended masters, they are there. Once we are attuned, once we understand ourselves that our body, we are not this body, and with this body, mind, our intellect and soul all are connected with this higher universe, then you feel that awakening, then you feel that eternal blissfulness. So the second is Apo Dipo Bhava. That's also a beautiful concept of our PSSM. Be a light unto yourself. You realize that you be that master, you be a Buddha. So be aware of your food, thoughts and actions. Follow your breath. That's Anapanasati. The next word with A is Anapanasati. To observe your breath, to know, to witness your breath. And when you witness your breath, you become aware of your own being. Ana is breath in, Apana is breath out, Sati, to be one with. And when we practice daily meditation, we practice daily Anapanasati, we can become that Buddha, because the awakening of Buddhi, there's a opening up of the crown chakra. The activation of the chakras happens with meditation. When you become aware of your food, thoughts and actions, then you become a master. So Apo Dipo Bhava, be a light, and when you light a lamp. And there's a beautiful, I was just reading somewhere the story, and I would like to share this with you. When we need to light a lamp, we need a container, right? We need a container, and we fill that with the oil and place a wick in it, right? And we need a matchbox to light that wick. Only when we have all these 4 accessories, the container and oil, wick and a matchbox, then only we can light the lamp, right? We need all these 4 accessories: diya, wick, and oil and matchbox. Then only we can light this lamp. And to expel the external darkness. Similarly, to dispel the ignorance, to dispel the darkness of ignorance within ourselves, what we need is vairagya. Vairagya means renunciation. That's a container, right? We need the container, we need the vairagya. And then we need the oil. What is that oil that can lit the lamp? That oil is nothing but the love. So you need to have that unconditional love for everybody. And when you have that oil and one pointed wick, that is your concentration, undivided concentration. You have that laser focus within yourself. Then you have that pointed wick, and What is a matchbox? The spiritual matchbox is the spiritual wisdom, Tattva Gyan. When you have that spiritual wisdom, only then you can light the lamp of wisdom. Only then you can dispel the inner ignorance. So I just try to play with the words and to get more and more words. You can also do that. You maintain a journal. That's very important. When you start writing things, you grow, you understand, and you can keep a watch on your day-to-day growth also. That's also very important and interesting part of it. So my A was Apodipa Bhava. Then since this book is for children, so ambition, that's the time when all the parents, all the children are after, they're running after the marks. They're so much conscious about their ambition. And as we know, in many of families, there's a lot of pressure on children to become a doctor or engineer, to follow certain profession. There's a the parents are, the expectation of parents is so high that they want their children to to follow something, and without realizing and understanding what they truly want. But I think with the time, there's awakening among parents also. They have understood that the spiritual parenting also nowadays is, it's quite awakening, and people have started understanding this concept also, that they should give that ample space to their children and make them grow naturally and follow whatsoever they want in their life, to give them that choice where they can choose what they want in their lives. So ambition is, my ambition says here in spiritual, so whatsoever profession you choose in your life, you can choose one profession, right? You can either be doctor or engineer or computer or a scientist or astronaut or cook, whatsoever profession you choose. It's important to choose your ambition. But the bottom line is, at the end of the day, you should know that you should be a master. You should be a good human being, a humble human being who's always ready to help everybody. When you know about your thoughts, when you are aware, again a new word, aware, awakening, achieve, aspire, you, whatsoever you aspire in your life, you can manifest that through meditation. So that's to become a master. Then A is adore, that says to realize you adore everybody, you adore your family, you adore your parents, your spouses, your children. You love everybody, but don't forget to be thankful and love that Almighty, that Supreme Power who has created all of us, who has granted all the luxuries, all the happiness of our life. So we should always, always, always remember that Supreme Power and be connected with that power. So be in love. You got to nourish yourself to flourish, and to nourish that, you need to adore the Almighty and yourself. Self-love is not arrogance. Self-love is important when you value yourself, you worth yourself, you understand that you are also worth loving yourself. Whatsoever you are doing, it's okay. And it's always, I keep saying to my children also, it's perfect to be imperfect also. It's okay. Even if you're not able to get 90%, 95%, don't run after it. Marks are just a number game. It's important how well you have understood the concept, how well you are listening, how attentive you are. That's more important. So realize yourself, adore yourself, accept yourself. Acceptance is also one of the beautiful word, a beautiful virtue which we need to follow in our life. Acceptance, when you accept everybody and everything in your life, every situation you welcome happily. You accept all the challenges of life without any fear, and you accept everybody whosoever in your life. Don't judge anybody. You accept people as they are. That's a beautiful virtue, beautiful quality we need to have in ourselves. So you need to check with yourself. Have you learned this? Or you need to work more on yourself. And There are two negative qualities also, which are from A only, and you need to get rid of that. You need to work on yourself. You can guess that, that's easy. Anger, because when I talk to parents and talk to different people, so that's something which they say, no, gussa bahut aa jata hai, or ye irritation. So how to overcome your own anger and to get irritated on small things? You need to meditate to calm your mind, to quieten your thoughts, and this calmness, this inner happiness becomes your treasure. So to have that, you need to be more and more calmer, right? You need to accept things as they are. That's a beautiful learning that comes with A, and adventure was also one of that. So in this book, I have taken few activities also. If you can see, or maybe we'll share the few pages with you. Certain activities we'll discuss, and then yeah. And now let's move to our next alphabet. That's B. And I have taken B as brotherhood. Vasudhaiv Kutumbakam. The entire world is our family. So let's not restrict ourselves to one family, a small family where we are born and brought up. Not only love our parents, not only love our siblings, but we learn to love each and everybody. We need to love to learn our neighbors. We need to love to learn our communities, societies, different countries. Don't restrict yourself within your own community, within your own religion. Don't think if I'm Hindu, I love only Hindus, I hate Muslims, or I hate Christians. So just cross that bar, come out of those boundaries which are man created, which are created by human beings. When we understand that universal prayer of brotherhood that says sarve bhavantu sukhinah, sarve santu niramaya, sarve bhadrani pashyantu ma kaschid dukbhag bhavet, that's may all become happy, may none suffer, may all see auspiciousness, may none ever feel sorrow. Om, peace, peace, peace. Let there be peace everywhere. When this becomes part of your prayer, when you pray for the welfare of entire humanity, for each and every creature of this universe, then the unconditional love of the universe also flows through you. You become part of that. You become part of that infinity when you become one with that universal love. And who's that? That's brotherhood. Then there's bond of love and respect. So you learn and respect everybody without any expectations. Be grateful. Then there's beauty of nature. That's also a wonderful gift of God. The way nature has given us the oceans, this water, the air, and this earth, air element, water, fire, and all the five elements. And this nature is so beautiful, and it's always providing us with infinite riches. So we need to understand the beauty of nature, be grateful for it, and try to conserve it as much as possible without any wastage. So born as one, then that B, next word is born as one. All religions are equal. God has made each and every human being, one species, all same, right? So we should not uh, discriminate, right? And we should not teach that. God has created, He's made identical, everybody is equal. So we need to we need to learn to respect all the religions for universal oneness. So God created all of us same, with the similar bodies, blood and breath. Same blood is given, same breath, same bodies has been given. So GPS for graduating into an enlightened human being with true expressions of happiness, peace and ecstasy can be availed only through compassionate heart and true education with high moral values. So that's what we need to learn to imbibe those higher values, higher value education. So then B is be connected make a family tree. There's a beautiful activity given here. Check that. Then to become a bold and brave. What is bold and brave? It's not bold and brave when you hurt animals. It's the brave is the one who loves animal, who cares for animals. Even for the stray animals, when we become considerate, we become compassionate and provide them, when we find any stray animal and provide our love, provide them food or medicine whatsoever, then you coexist with this, when you coexist with all the living beings on this universe. So the universe also, this planet also remembers and provide you with highest abundance and riches. So C is cleanliness. It says cleanliness is next to godliness. Cleanliness is of two types, internal and external. External cleanliness, we all know how we beautify our body by cleaning, dressing up, use maximum, the highest expensive perfume we use. We need to decorate ourselves with all the jewels, and we use the most expensive watches, whatever is your choice. So we do that. We need the big houses, we need big cars, so to satisfy our ego, right? So that's, you need to understand this external appearance, this external cleanliness is essential, but it's not as big, as important as internal cleanliness is. Internal cleanliness is nothing but mentally cleaning yourself, to put away the garbage, the mental garbage. And that's the ego, that's the anger, that's the jealousy, hatred, impatience, agitation, envy. If you think any of these emotions are troubling you, making your life miserable, then you need to, only you and you have that power to clean that, to just eradicate those negative emotions from your life, to invite calmness and to invite that cleanliness which is next to godliness, which is close to godliness. When you imbibe these characters of divine, then you become divine yourself. So then don't make your mind dirty with dirty and negative thoughts. So how to clean that? That's what is written. There are many points written how to, you can clean your internal and external. You can clean yourself. Then next word is with C is clairvoyance. With cleanliness of mind, with cleanliness of mind, your third eye activates. Yeah, when you know how to eradicate all the negative thoughts, and your mind becomes clear, and you have that inner third eye, that helps, which we'll know more about it in next word. So then we have Clear India, the mission given by our dynamic Prime Minister, Shri Narendra Modi ji. Then how you can clear ways, that's what is given. And then inner cleanliness is, there are different interesting, very, very interesting activities which you can explore by taking the book, by you can Google, and you can on Kindle, you can find this book. Then D is divine discipline. See, the entire divine discipline, everything is in such a discipline. Have you ever seen a Sunday taking a holiday? Have you ever seen wind complaining? Have you ever seen water of the river asking you for the bill? No, right? They're all providing. They're providing consistently. And since ages, they are providing. They are the providers. They are the gods. They are nourishing us. And see, have you ever seen banana coming from the mango seed? Have you ever seen the earth moving away from its orbit? Have you seen sky denying us to provide natural protective roof? Have you ever seen rain denying not to pour on not on another religion than yours? So when God is So always he's providing us without any discrimination. So why are we that we have those kind of selfish ego and narrow thoughts in ourselves? We need to get rid of those things. So Mother Nature has set before us the best disciplined role model that teaches us consistently since millions of years the perfect lesson of discipline. So we need to get that lesson of discipline, follow it, and make a part, make it a part of our daily life. Then there's your daily routine, there's a activity, then there's a daddy. Daddy is the father. It's not only your biological father. Yes, you need to learn to respect and obey your father, but at the same time, the one father who has given birth to all of us, who's taking care of all of us, is one, that's a supreme daddy. Pitru Devo Bhavaha, that's a Yuk Sukti in Vedas that says your father is a god and God is father. So it goes two ways. Father is God, God is father. So we need to see how the dedication and determination of the father, how he takes care of the family. So we also need to learn that. Then discipline of thyself, it begins from you only. It starts with you. Don't expect anybody, even if you are alone. So don't think that when nobody is watching you and you can do any damn thing. So when you learn to discipline yourself, even if nobody is watching, you will not steal. Even if nobody is watching, you know that you will not speak a lie, and you'll always follow the truth. That is self-discipline. When you set certain principles in your life which you follow without fail, that's discipline of yourself. There are certain points given how you can take your individual responsibilities, how you can take your decisions, and you must speak and act truthfully with compassion. So there are a few points. We must pledge to increase our awareness by disciplining our minds by meditation, by prayer, and by positive thinking. So these are the few tips. Then D also says dream. Dream is also a very, very powerful way to connect with ourselves. It's a beautiful topic. You can explore the infinite understanding and the knowledge and wisdom, how dreams are created by our subconscious and unconscious mind, how they help us, how they guide us. And it's my personal experiences are so many with dreams. I have seen so many. In fact, I met Patri sir in my dream first. I never knew who he is. I never knew. I have never heard. I had never heard his name before this dream came to me 10 years before. And eventually somebody came and he introduced me after that. So I can vouch for the power of dreams. So learn to follow your dreams. You can start writing your dreams to connect with your higher wisdom. When you start writing your dreams, you get connected with your dreams. They start answering your questions also. So you can, any doubts if you have, that can be answered through dreams. That's a Swapna Shakti. Your dreams are powerful. Like your words, your thoughts are powerful. Your dreams are also very, very powerful. And you can connect with your inner self by following your dreams. Then there's a daily affirmations. You can draft few affirmations which suits you as per your own qualities, your own requirements, what you think is needed most for you. You can draft that and write it down. So minimum 10 affirmations. I can help you with few if you want. Like, I choose to be happy now and always. That's a beautiful affirmation. I always choose to be happy now, here, and always, whatsoever situation I'm in, but I choose to be happy. I choose to allow only supportive and nurturing people in my life. So I don't want any kind of negative people to come in my life. So that's also, that can be a beautiful affirmation. So how you train your brain, you have a powerful mind with a wonderful memory. And when you keep repeating certain statements, that becomes your reality. So that's the power of affirmations we have taken. Then directions, there's the activity, then draft your day. You can draft your day by writing, and what are your topmost priorities in your life. You can draft your day to utilize the maximum time, so that you don't waste your time, because that's very precious. When you know how to value your time, when you know your mission is big, when you know your purpose is high, you need to go quite high, then how can you waste your time, my dear friends? You need to utilize even a single minute, and that's possible only when you draft your day. And at the end of the day, don't fail to express your gratitude to the Almighty for giving you this opportunity. Then E says, then after D, our word next alphabet is E, that says enthusiasm. Believe in yourself. You be enthusiastic. Then there's a pyramid of manifestation, that you are the co-creator of your reality. This is also one of the wonderful statements which I heard in PSSM through Patri sir, and I was amazed by this. How is that possible? How can I be the co-creator of my reality? How can I change the circumstances? But yes, now I can say with my personal experiences, you can, my dear friends. You don't just think that if some spiritual master is saying something, they're just saying. It's not that. It's just that you are not aware of it. You need to learn and experience that to believe in that. So believe in yourself, believe in the teachings of highest spiritual masters, and follow that. Then E is elated, be enthusiastic about your work. Every thought we think is creating our future. So be aware of your thoughts. Then like attracts like. You can attract whatever you want in your life, any situation. If you feel that same pattern is repeating after one by one, if the same pattern is coming in your life, then you need to understand there is certain change you need to bring in your life. You need to work on yourself. If you see things as boring, uninspiring, indifferent, all the same, if so, then you are attracting the stereotype incidences. If you look harder, you will find the evidences to support your opinion of unhappiness. But if you have a positive perception, a positive outlook, you will start to see things as interesting. Everything depends upon your own thoughts, your own perceptions. That's what it says. Then next, our E is energy. Energy is everywhere. Energy is everything. We need to get connected with that. We need to match our frequency with that higher energies. So we are all made up of energy. Energy contains information. Whatever is said or felt around us has an impact on us. So we need to sense that. So there are again few interesting activities like energy bath. Then there's again something to write. You need to write how you build a healthy ecosystem. Earth is our next topic, and that says our ecosystem is a very vast community of various planets, plants, animals, and other living beings. So what is your role as a passenger, as a co-passenger on this planet Earth? What are your responsibilities? How can you bring those positive changes to have that healthy ecosystem in our planet? So that's something you need to write. And then our next alphabet is F, that is focus. When your focus shifts from competition to contribution, life becomes a celebration. When you let there be no number race, don't run after the numbers. So just imbibe the wisdom, That's most important. And when you start contributing, when you understand what am I doing for my society, what am I doing for my fellow beings, then you understand, then life becomes a celebration. So here it's again very interesting. Focus, I have divided focus in 5 different FOCUS. F is food is life. Whatever we eat, our life is determined by that. The fundamental qualities of our life are determined by our food, what we eat. So that's really important to eat balanced food, scientific food, nutritious food, vegetarian food. Don't have unwanted, unscientific, unhygienic food, which is very important. You should have a healthy food. Don't eat stale and junk food. Then organize your objectives. You should know how you can organize whatever are your objectives. Then connect by disconnecting. C says, then if you want to get connected, you need to get rid of all the distractions like mobile, all the electrical gadgets. Let them not rule you. You use them, that's important, but don't let them rule you. That's how to distract yourself by these electrical gadgets. That's C of focus. Then U is unwind yourself by playing some music. Let music be part of your daily life. And any physical activity like swimming, jogging, dancing, whatsoever you like, cycling, just practice any physical work and unwind yourself, make yourself happy with that. Then S is secret weapon supplements. That's Swadhyay I've taken here. And service, Swadhyay, that's a mission of PSSM. It's creating a Swadhyay Jagat. As recently Patri sir said, it's really it's awakened everybody, because those who never used to have that habit of reading, now they're listening the beautiful books by wonderful masters with highest wisdom possible on this earth and getting benefited of it. So you can also do that by bringing this Swadhyay in your life. Then Satsang, keeping the company of good people, Sajjan Sangatya, be in a company of enlightened beings. Satya means truth, follow truth. Sangha, to be run with that group. And Seva, service to men, that is our secret supplement Swadhyay of focus. Now next word with F is fearless. You learn to be fearless. When you have belief on that supreme power, how can you be fearful? You overcome all the fears of your life when you are connected with that divine. And that's possible only again with, say, as Patri sir says, for each and every problem, each and every situation, one thing which can help you is meditation. So don't forget to meditate every day without fail. That's very vital, very, very important for you. We all have that miraculous mind to learn and remember. So usually we can recall and recollect. So don't get afraid of failures. That's also one of the topics. Then F is the friendship. Respect friendship. Don't think that what your friend is doing for you. You just focus on what you are doing for your friends and be friendly. Make the divine your friend. Here's a beautiful story of Krishna and Sudama, how they were friendly. When two souls meet in deep friendship, they forget everything. They are in unconditional love. Then you can share your joys, your problems, your dreams, and you have faith on God, then He becomes your best friend. So make Him your best friend. On this physical realms, we have many, many friends, but that divine can be your best friend. So our F next is forgiveness. That's a wonderful virtue. That's, I think, the pearl of wisdom, which we all must have in our life. That's very important. We learn to forgive others and forgive ourselves also. If there's any kind of mistake you feel you have committed in past, just come out of it and come out of those feelings of guilt which are troubling you. Forgive yourself. It's okay if something wrong. And with this sankalpa, with this strong intention that you are not going to repeat the same mistake again. That's important, friends. Then forgiveness, then freedom to forgiveness. When you hold that anger, it kills you like a hot coal you are keeping inside you. So with so you yourself get burned. The weak can never forgive. Forgiveness is the attribute of the strong. That's a quote by Mahatma Gandhi, which we have taken in this book. So just release freedom to forgive. When you forgive, you become free from all those inner grudges like anger, irritation, resentment, guilt, hatred. And now is the moment to forgive anybody. If you have any kind of a resentment or any ill feeling for anybody, so just this is the moment. Just make yourself free from this and be free, be happy. Forgive them. It's important for your growth, for your spiritual journey, for you to become free, for you to become light. It's important to forgive others and forgive yourself. Free your mind from any kind of fear if you have. Then there are number of activities, how you can be a good friend, fit as a friend. Then our next word is G, that's gratitude. That's the key to happiness. When we are grateful, that's the best prayer. We attract those similar, if we are grateful for whatsoever. Things say, if you're grateful for wisdom, you attract more wisdom in your life. You are grateful for your family, you bring more love, more harmony in your family. That's how we need to be grateful for each and every accomplishment, big or small, in our life as a biggest gift of God. This family, this house, this body, this power, this mental miraculous minds powers, which are taking you to those, highest possible discoveries and self introspection. Such beautiful things you can do with your mind, right? So you should be grateful to Almighty for gifting you with this wonderful mind, my dear friends. Gratitude is the highest frequency to connect with the Supreme. And then grace of God, you can write a letter to God. That's what book says. Then gift of family, this gift given to you by God, you need to be grateful. Then greetings to Almighty, you can write a letter. You should be grateful to Almighty for granting you, for giving you, for gifting you so many. You need to count your blessings, how blessed you are. So next alphabet is H, that's holistic health, complete health. There are 4 pillars of health that that's 1 minute, my dear friends. Yeah, there are 4 pillars like the physical health, the mental health, intellectual health, and a spiritual health. So when you are in all the 4 aspects, you can say you are healthy, then you are spiritually and holistically healthy, I can say that. So if you are, there's a beginning. In the beginning, Veda says it's rare to be born as a human being in this universe where several billion varieties of life exists. Then it's again rare to be born without any physical or mental deformity. Rare to the rarest is when you are born as physically, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually balanced human being. So then you can say, and you are seeking spiritual balanced, you are seeking spiritual balance in your life. So then you can say, Vani, hello.
हाँ दीदी.
Line got disconnected.